so I highly doubt that's going to be the strategy. Now we're going to wait for the lights. Are they coming? Any time now? Yes, they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Technically, it's 10. And they're out. And we are away.
Oh, it looks so
it's
slow.
hard to tell.
So slow.
It's a good start, but...
Oh!
But there's going to be carnage near the back as someone's lost it. I think that's a racing point. As the top 3 or 4 have kind of just gone through unscathed. There's a couple of drivers going side by side in the background.
Oh, carnage is 3 or 4 wide.
I'm going to ride on board with SLR. Nicky just looking at the carnage ahead of him. Ghost
Three
Benz and
wide.
are going side by
three
side.
wide.
Goes down the inside. He's got to be contact there. Oh, he doesn't have to back out of that.
Nicky sneaks around the outside of Ghost. Good move there by Nicky. Don't know whether Ghost has got damage because I know he started quite high up.
Great start from him.
Yeah, Ham's bolted. As we're waiting for the timing to sort themselves out.
Yeah, finally.
Yep, and
Smoke's
the big loser is Smokes down in P14.
Smoke's really slow.
He doesn't have damage, but he's really struggling in these conditions. As Para's maybe thinking about a move. Oh, don't try it there, Para. He doesn't. But Smokes hit the wall, and he does have damage now. Bez is also a loser, so the 2 racing points gone backwards as these drivers are so tentative.
Side by side with Beast through this left-hander. Backs out of it nicely.
Oh, yeah, he has to back out of it. As I'm seeing blue flags. Game.
Build the first lap.
Why?
Anyway.
As Zydrad's going side by side with Crispy through the S's.
Oh!
It's going to be
Zydrad
messy.
makes the move. He's up 3 places already. Great move there from Zydrad.
Good respect from Christy there to get out of that as well. It could have been a big crash.
Yeah. I know the 2 of them are friends, so they are going to give each other a decent bit of respect. Race Roller and Beat Up making good starts as Nicky is up past Bezos already. As Bezos has got damage.
On Race Roller.
Yep, trying it around the outside. Maybe slightly closes the door, but Race Roller gets passed by B-Dunk. He's up into P6.
It's timing for me, but sorted down to P11.
We got only 2 pitters from the first lap.
Yep, and they are both racing points having to double stack, so disaster for the Racing Point team, the team in
both the front wings that I was talking about.
Yep, so no more now. Clean race at the end.
Yep. Cap. As looking at again, Freeman has started to pull a bit of a gap to Jam, but it's just Ham that's on it at the moment.
Ham is pulling more. He's pulling a big lead.
Zydrad's looking a bit quicker than Crispy and Jam. He's always on his knees for some rain. And he has got it this time, so it runs a bit wide, so must have lost a little bit of time. As apparently Smoke is leading. I thought it usually takes less time than this for the timing screens to sort themselves out.
I thought it was lap 1, it just sorted after that. I think possibly because we had some pitters.
Yeah, probably.
Also,
a little train behind East here at the moment.
There's a bit of a train behind Nicky as well, as Nicky has picked up damage in the first lap.
Using
Ghost is
both
behind
end
him, kind of pushing him around.
That was my prediction.
So Ghost is going to be making a move on Nicky.
But be careful through here.
Left swing fast, very nice lead.
Sam's that's the fastest lap, obviously. He's the first person to complete lap 2.
Yeah, Nicky's pitting.
Merckx is close behind Nicky and Ghost as well.
Nice,
he is pitting. Yeah, I think he will.
We're on the outside.
Nope, Ghost brakes late enough.
A nice switchback there.
But Merckx has a nice switchback, yep.
Really nice move from Merckx.
Great battling by these two. There's a lot
of space.
Yep,
he does.
He does so. There's decent amount of respect between these two, but Ghost is going to tuck in, use a bit of his ERS to try and get back past the Red Bull driver.
Look at the front Zydrad right on the back of Jam and Midzy. Jam looks like he's struggling quite a bit in these conditions.
Yep, we're going to cut on board with that. Got to As yes, you can see on the panning shot, Zydrad basically just pushing the AlphaTauri round.
Crispy's already lost 2 seconds.
And you get the sense
to
that
Zydrad.
if he gets clean air, you get the sense that if he gets some clean air, Zydrad will be the fastest driver on track in these conditions. He's got so much more confidence than these guys.
Oh, Mitzi goes very deep.
And Zydrad goes very narrow and nearly hits the wall, but escapes without damage. He's going to be thinking about a move on the AlphaTauri driver.
I'm taking that bunny
Pistol,
hop
as you were.
in the race
Smoke.
as well.
In the pit again.
Oh, it's not what you like to see.
GSX did.
So Mizzy runs a little wide, and Zydrad's getting beautiful traction.
Be careful through here.
Yeah, so nearly flat through that corner. It's
Gonna go for a move on Mitzi.
incredible to watch. Yeah, it's about who's most confident on the brakes. Both rinsing their ERS. They practice with each other a lot. There's a lot of respect between these two. And as the yellow flag in sector 3, his VR is out. He's binned it. And I think Kevin's been caught up in there as well.
Been caught up in
There's
that.
a VSC.
VSC, yep.
Don't know whether Kevin hit him or... As Rando's got a 5-second penalty for a collision with Para.
You guys are looking at.
Kevin does some damage.
There's your pits. Are getting the same penalty as well, so that's going to be ineffective in their pit stops. Very unfortunate for both drivers.
Yep. Yara's now left the session. He is out. Now here's the key thing, drive-throughs. These guys got to be very careful to avoid them. So easy to get drive-throughs on the VSC. Southerner's got to drive through.
Yeah.
Yeah, disaster for him.
Very unfortunate.
It's going to join Bez and Nicky. Join their fight. They are quite close together. You get the sense that Zydrad was going to try something on Midzi there as Midzi runs quite wide.
Midzi's causing a queue now. Oh, as he hits the wall.
Oh!
And
Zydrad hits him.
A lot of wing
He
on.
does.
Both have damage, and that's going to be Crispy, B-Dunk, Race Roller, Mercs, Ghost Colt, all up places, you have to say. Midzi backs out of it, lets his teammate go. Lets all these guys go. Sensible. Oh, but nowhere to go but on the racing line to Race Roller, and yeah, Midzi's got well out of the way there. Inadvertently was always going to be some contact. As up ahead, Crispy and Zydrad are going side by side with Zydrad's wing damage and all.
Yeah, they hit the
Yellow
wall.
flag in sector 2. It's Power, I think's lost it. Yeah, Power's got a lot of damage. Wonder whether that was caused by hitting Rando.
That's so unlucky.
Up ahead,
luck-
B-Dunk gets past Zydrad.
In part Mercedes, the luck we've had this weekend has not been the one.
Yeah, that is cruel luck.
Not of it yet,
Zydrad.
though.
Yeah, still a long ways ahead.
Yeah, maybe these guys' tyres won't make it to the dry period. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. Not sure if something else has happened. But that has kind of spoiled that battle a bit as well, you have to say.
Yeah, he was looking at the fastest on track. Midzi was all over the shop, to be honest. And yeah, he just outbreak himself into the wall, and Zydrad couldn't avoid that. It's just unfortunate timing.
And yeah,
Do we pick up a Mitzi as well?
RIP all battles.
Sorry.
Mitzi hit the wall in Castle.
Yeah, that's what we're on about.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Had a mild lapse of concentration.
Yeah, there was a big pile up. But yeah, now what Zydrad will be hoping is that the guys ahead, as I said, won't make it to the dry period, but he will. He's got a lot of clean air, which could work to his favour, actually, even though he had his wing damage.
Did he not pit? I think
We
he
do
pit.
know he's one of the fastest
did pit,
drivers.
yeah.
Yes, he did pit. We do know he is one of the fastest drivers on track, if not the fastest driver on track, so...
I
See
get
what
the
he can
feeling
do.
these inters won't make it to the very end. And someone else has binned it
There's a yellow
into
flag.
Beast's
Beast,
Silence.
and it's ahead of Zydrad, and again Zydrad has hit someone again, and just...
Some more damage.
He's avoided that one.
He's avoided damage, but he's lost a lot of time from that, and yeah, Beast lost so much time.
10 seconds he's off
Ham's
through
the
that.
fastest lap of the race.
Didn't get a pen though, which is good.
But
And
he's
for
now
worse
pit
than a
stop
Mercedes
behind the rest
driver.
of them.
I was
As I
trying-
think we kind of can tell who's going to get points here today, unless any of the top 10 bid it, because there's a 17-second gap between P10 and P11, so
Slightly unfortunate. But,
Wonderful.
it's what it is.
but a strong contender for driver of the day that has kind of gone a bit under the radar here.
Oop.
Merckx 47 up 8
Matt.
places, and he's closing in on Race Roller. Great drive so far from Merckx. Hopefully he's got all of his hitting of walls out of the way in qualifying, and he can kick on and have a good result. He's not had the best start to the season, but
To mention as well, Rando also
do know
has to
he's a very
serve a
quick
5-second penalty when he pits, and Hoop at the moment is catching about 2/10 a corner, so he'll be joining that
Yeah.
train anytime soon.
a Southerner has left the session, so get him back in. A little bit of a disconnect. Don't know whether anyone else is disconnected. I think it's just Southerner. As Midsy's behind him, looking to make a move on his AI.
Oh yes!
Great battle! Great racing! Have you invited him back?
Yeah, I have seen him.
Cool. Hopefully he joins back reasonably quickly. As up near the front, Jam's kind of got used to these conditions a bit more and has got very close to Freeman. Southerner's back in, we do like to see that. So could Jam maybe be making a move for P2 here? So I'm not sure what's happening to Freeman.
Absolutely flew
He just
past.
lost a lot of pace, lost a lot of confidence.
Must have made a mistake we might have missed.
Yeah,
New fastest laps as well.
yep. I think that is by Ham, who is in a
Nah, that
commanding
was-
position. He's
That's
in a
why
position
Jam
he
Yeah.
won,
doesn't.
I think.
Ham did have
Oh,
it,
it's
and then
by Jam.
Jam retook it.
I think Zydrad's going to set the fastest lap though.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I've just seen that. He's caught 3 seconds this lap alone.
Yellow flag in sector 2. I think that's smoke.
Castle again.
Beast again.
Yep.
He's still driving, but
Zydrad sets the fastest lap. Again, showing his pace.
9/10 quicker than the other fastest lap.
Yeah, he's 1.1.
1.1.
I'm having a look. 1.1 seconds quicker. That is barnstorming times from Zydrad as Smoke has hit the wall again. But I have to be honest, like, the crashes in Castle and just how it's just spoiled this race and just drivers being unable to avoid drivers being strewn across the track. I mean,
Nature of this track, to be honest.
Yes, that's just the nature of it.
That
There's
is
not much
the-
you can do.
it is the nature of this track. It is a shame that
Zydrad is flying. 6/10 up on his fastest lap. He's just set. Close for second in that first sector.
I think it's drying out a little
I'm-
bit as well.
going on. Yeah, definitely. It's gone from full wet to kind of inter-ish conditions. It's Kevin's left, so he will also need an invite. As the timings have gone a bit off, so I don't really know who's close to who without like checking the track map or something. I think Para's about to be lapped, I think. Have you invited Kevin?
I'll find his name.
Nick is still got a train behind him, I think.
I can invite Kevin if need be.
Setting him on you.
Have you sent him one?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh no, that's race roller actually, but it's going a bit slowly. Zydras has had another fastest lap of the race. He's losing by about 6 seconds on Hoop in the last couple of laps,
Yeah,
so
literally. It's flying.
if we have a look at the fastest lap, he is about 1.5 seconds quicker than anyone else.
I'm
And
not
the
sure
others
if
do
these
have to
tyres
pit
will
again, he's
make
gonna
it.
Yeah, and if they don't, then the race is back on for Zydrad. It's not all over, but
Strategy you'd say into
kind of really needs a safety car.
ends when the rain stops and if it dries out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in an awkward spot between the two. Make things interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Some drivers might risk staying out, some drivers might elect to pit. Some might go for a mega undercut, expecting the tyres not to make the rain, and try and gain a lot from that. We do obviously wet tyres wear more in the rain than dry tyres do, because of the traction and stuff. And this track is one that is quite bad for the rear tyres, so they're going to be very, very strained, I should think. So part of Zydrad's pace is obviously going to be his fresh tyres, as Southern and Bezzers are battling it out. I think Bezzers, I don't know whether he's lost a bit of damn wing again. He has! Has Kevin got back in?
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, we'll just... I've sent him an invite, just in case he's not back in yet.
We've seen the car ahead and decided to pit. I'm not sure who that was.
Bezzers, he got damaged. Southerner got past him, and the reason why was because he had damage, so... And gone from bad to worse. A really good qualifying from Racing Point, but a race to forget. But Hamheadies is still having a race to remember. P1 by 7 seconds. And Rando is the only one with a penalty thus far. Hoop has closed in a lot on him, so...
Kevin's back in.
Rando, I don't know whether he has damage. Yes, he does. The Red Bull driver does have damage.
Rando.
His right side, part of his wing's completely gone.
Yeah, it is.
It's mainly just his end plate, but
Not ideal on this
he's
track,
lost masses of time.
let alone in the wet.
Pray for, is he pray for Hoop?
Yeah, indeed. I don't expect Rando to probably be pitting this lap with that damage. But I don't know how close it is to dry conditions.
Exactly, we have no clue.
Now Rando is pitting. He's pulled over to the left anyway. So Hoop's got past him. P9. Rando will of course have to serve his penalty, and he's going to be way down obviously after that wing change as well. It's going to be the longest pit stop in the world. Yep. Probably out and about P14, I'd have to say. Something like that.
Means Zydrad's closed 10 seconds in 4 laps to Hoop.
Wow.
That's... that's mad.
Fresh tyres.
Fresh tyres and pad OP in the rain. A Southerner pits again, so I guess the Ferrari driver has also picked up damage.
A lot more wing changes than we predicted.
Yep, I did joke about it being maybe over half the grid, but it actually has.
I think we're past my
Seems-
prediction of 7.
Yeah, I think everyone from 10th down has had some kind of damage. Yep, everyone from 10th down has made a pit stop, and that is because of damage. But yeah, there's not really been any on-track action at the moment. Just kind of fear this with the track where you have the long straight with the DRS.
Yeah, exactly.
But it has stopped raining, and just as we say that, Jam Ham has pitted for the dry tyres.
Wow.
Ooh,
You must assume. Crispy has followed him. You'd expect the mediums,
I think it's too wet still.
so we'll switch it to...
bold move.
Yeah, it's worth keeping an eye on Jam.
I'll keep an eye on his pace.
Yeah, I'm going to go on board with him just to see how he's tackling the changing conditions.
As
As Crispy's come out really close to Hoop, and that's going to be telling. Oh, as Crispy's gone straight on, and Hoop's been caught up in that.
Hoop's got damage from that.
Reverse back.
Oh, Hoop
thank
avoided
God
it.
Zydrad missed that. Thank God
Avoided,
Zydrad missed that one.
And Hoop's still got his wing.
But Crispy doesn't.
no, Zadra just ran over it.
And Jam is losing masses of time at the
lot of
moment.
time. Way too early. Hoop's still got his wing at least.
Yeah, and Crispy just lets Zydrad go.
Zadra has a curse today.
But he did avoid it that time. He did avoid it.
He's looking much just closing in on Jam now.
Yeah, Jam's
in
lost
one
2
corner.
seconds on this lap alone so
Mitzi's
far, so
going
it is
for the-
not time.
Hard tyres and say,
All cool, I'm not gonna lie.
But Crispy's lost position to Hoop now.
Barras on the hards.
But yeah, I do wonder whether Freeman's going to react. People like Freeman are going to react to Jam pitting, but they don't know whether he's quick or not.
Pretty sure Jam and Ham are in the party together, so I imagine Jam
Yeah.
would have said to Ham not to. Although
Yeah.
it looks like he has, so
Yeah, so maybe
Freeman's
Jam
coming in.
just
this has Freeman, yeah.
joting and Freeman has pitted.
Yeah.
B-Dunk has followed. So I think they are all going to come in, but Jam is going to lose a position here.
Jam's still
Zydrad, though,
losing.
will know. Zydrad and the DRS has been enabled now, so it is time. And they are all pitting.
Yeah, Zydrad comes in as well.
Freeman, we are expecting to overcut Jam, though. Because of that time loss in the pits. It's going to be close, though, on exit.
Oh,
Oh, it's going to be very close on exit, and Freeman doesn't know what the conditions are like, so...
as
Oh, as he
taps
hits the back of Jam! Hopefully no damage was picked up there, but B-Dunk's up to P4 from after Crispy's
his full
incident.
wing.
Crispy's in the pits again.
Not too bad then in the end for Jam, despite it looking pretty horrific.
Yellow flag and set to 1, and I think there's been a crash. I don't know whether that's Ghost. It is.
Good exit.
I think Ghost has lost it on pit exit, yeah. Hopefully he hasn't got damage.
Lost his front left end plate.
Yeah, that's disaster really, as Rando will a lap after he pitted for for wets, he'd have to pit for dries. But Zydrad in all this is up to P7 and he's not too far behind Mercs, so great recovery so far from Zydrad, as Ham is nearly a pit stop ahead of his teammate. It's outstanding pace.
Really, brother.
Outstanding
Yeah.
move.
40 laps to the end. Cars will certainly go.
Anyone still under fuel? It's an interesting question.
I don't think so. I think they're sorted that out.
Yep. Yeah, interesting that Midsy's going for hards rather than mediums.
Zydrad is still flying. I've just noticed he's catching quite a bit.
He was one of the fastest drivers on paper around this track. He has said it's one of his favourite tracks, so it's no surprise. But the most important thing now is the battle that's going on, and it will be between Jam and Freeman. Freeman's using a lot of his ERS here. In the DRS of Jam. But at the moment it's kind of 2 Williams versus 1 McLaren at this point.
Let's end it. It's better of it.
Freeman does not send it. Lexus stick behind.
Ooh,
Scott's
cruising at
got
the
really
moment.
stay out with his wing damage.
100% ERS almost.
But Freeman, he's having a go again on the second straight. Are they going to go side by side here again? Freeman, the move was probably on, but he's backed out of it.
Allowing B-Dunk to join in now.
Doesn't want to risk it yet. Yep. Looking really, really good at the moment, but with hardly any ERS. So... as Zydrad has now closed up to Mercs, Mizzy sets the fastest lap of the race. On the hard tyres, of course.
Yep. Naturally.
Followed by Kevin.
Really taken by Kevin, yeah.
Yep. Of course, fastest lap after fastest lap will be set in these conditions.
And
Zajdad has now closed up to the
ago,
DRS
2
and
seconds
Mercs.
behind, and now he's 7 tenths.
How high up can he get? Can he get race roller? Can he maybe
wishing-
close up to this battle for P2? Who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised. He's
But again-
pace stick's unreal.
But again, Freeman not taking the butt. Oh, as in mids, he's got past Nicky. Nicky must have just let him go there, I guess. Ham sets the fastest lap now. We're going to go on back on board with Freeman. Again, using a lot of his ERS. B-Dunk rinsing his 2.
That's got nothing.
And Jam, you get the sense, is just going to let Freeman go. And does so. Think he could probably stay within his DRS. Do you reckon?
I think so.
As Zajdad's
Jam.
making a move on Mercs. Very clean move. But will Jam come back at Freeman? He won't. But I know B-Donkey's confidence has been down quite a lot recently, but having a stellar race as well in this battle with the podium with Jam, Ham and Freeman. And at the moment, I believe Jam is on course to take the championship lead from Hoop. Maybe. I hope Maras are right in that one.
It's dropping back.
As it stands, I believe so, yeah.
But he is dropping back quite a lot from Freeman. I don't know whether he picked up a bit of damage somewhere that we didn't see, but he's lacking a bit of pace at the moment, is Jam.
A lot of DRS though.
It's lost the DRS, and if he can...
He doesn't have that much more ERS than Freeman, though. So,
Freeman's just the purple middle. I think Freeman's just flying. I'll get rid of that DRS.
yes, Ham sets the fastest lap of the race, but Freeman might beat it.
I wonder if Jan lets B-Dunk through here.
No, he's got the DRS of Freeman
Yeah,
still.
right.
He's... But Freeman closes in by over a second on Ham that lap. Just a shame their cap's 16 seconds, really.
Zajdad's pulled at 1.5 seconds from race roller in a lap and a half. As he sets
the fastest lap by 7 whole tenths on Freeman. So the two former Haas teammates are the quickest drivers at the moment here. As Rando and Nicky are battling, as Nicky gets overtaken by Rando. As I think Nicky has damage, as Crispy sets the fastest lap of the race. Another pace setter.
Nicky's losing an end plate, I believe.
Nicky's weaving. He's annoyed that he's lost an end plate. What is he doing? What's that, Nicky?
Beta, yeah.
Just went on board with Nicky, and it's just weaving his wheel violently. But yes, I think this is now it. This is now DRS lost for Jam. Unless he has a mighty final sector. And as you said, the question then becomes: does he let B-Dunk go? B-Dunk runs deep a little, but
That's got
it might just be
no
the pace of
ERS.
Freeman. Ham sets the fastest lap of the race, though, so clearly some pace in there still from the leader. Clearly a lot of pace as Freeman beat his lap.
We need a safety car to spice things up now.
Yes, he
Freeman
does.
sets another fastest lap. Zajdad, he's 1.5 by race roller, that's another 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, we'll
As he
we'll
sets
stick
another
on board with that.
fastest lap.
Can we please have a safety car?
Yeah, that would,
Someone take one for the team. Someone take one for the team. Then, as Crispy just made a move on Ghost, so Ghost obviously does have a bit of damage. As Crispy sets the fastest lap of the race.
Track clearly getting warmer.
Indeed.
Zajdad's going to have a race roller's DRS by the end of this lap.
He is. Probably see the gap visibly close every single corner already, but this kind of time between the two drivers is where it becomes increasingly more difficult to close in, because you have the dirty air, but you don't have the slipstream effect, which you get from less than 7/10. So, but Zydrad, it doesn't seem to phase him, as he is closing up even more as Beast and Southerners are swap positions down in P15.
I don't think he made a mistake, he's just lost a second almost to his teammate.
You have now back on board with the Mercedes of Zydrad.
He did pretty,
Given its pace, should be a relatively easy move on Race Roller.
standard move. I can't imagine Race Roller would try and defend it. It's sensible to let him go.
Yeah, absolutely. Zydrad might wait till the second straight, though. Let Race Roller use a bit of his ERS here and then hit him on traction or something. Just biding his time, the Mercedes driver.
That's a big old toe.
He's going to use his ERS yet. He is. Race Roller's using it to defend. Zydrad goes to the outside. Race Roller defends the inside. Does Zydrad just freak around the outside? He does. Fantastic driving.
Move.
Leaves Race Roller just enough space and gets the move done. Really confident on the brakes.
Incredible move.
Almost
Phenomenal
pulled Race Roller's
confidence.
pants down there. I think Race Roller must see that back. Pretty simple around the outside.
Yeah, phenomenal confidence. Phenomenal confidence from the Mercedes driver. And now he's just got to close in on B-Dunk and Jam.
B-Dunk's got back in Jam's to the rest, but Jam has also lost a second out to Freeman, so...
Yes, and Freeman's gradually closing in on Ham, but you get the sense the Ham's probably managing his race as Kevin picks up the first track exceeding penalty of the
These
race.
mediums are going to be near punch territory, I imagine, by the end of the race, so...
When did they pit? Lap 11 or something?
15 laps, I believe they'll be on them.
Oh, they'll make the end. They'll make the end. I got a puncture after just under 17 laps plus a formation lap,
okay.
and they'll all be doing less than that, so they'll be fine. Race Roller has managed to stay within Zydrad's DRS though, so he maybe be fighting back. And could B-Dunk maybe be making a move on Jam? Nope. And... nope, not yet. Race Roller's too far back. It's only a matter of time really before Zydrad probably pulls out the DRS.
Yeah,
as he seeks
right
passing by B-Dunk and Jam.
The big gap in the
Yes,
middle.
as I said again. Yeah, as I said again, I do question... As I said again, I do question whether Jam's got a little bit of damage.
Or the one
Maybe
that, like,
from...
non-visual.
Yeah.
I've seen his wings, they're both full, so...
Yeah, I've just
Or
almost
whether
taken a
maybe
second
it
out
could
of this lap.
Or maybe Jam just has a wet setup. Maybe he's gone for that.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, Zydrad has taken a second out of them, and
Sure, doing well today in Zydrad's DRS as well as mentioned. Oh, let's say that as he flings it in that last corner.
they're back on board with B-Dunk. Is Jam going to fight it? He's not using any of his overtake.
That's barely got any.
Nope,
They're both
he's not
pretty
fighting
low.
it. And B-Dunk gets on the podium places at the moment.
Oh, he loses the back end of it.
So much more confident on traction is B-Dunk. He loses the back end twice, but still gains about 7/10 in the traction zones. Okay. But now Jam's got to look backwards to Zydrad, and then also potentially to Race Roller if he does stay in the DRS of Zydrad. Race Roller is showing how powerful the DRS was, because you remember how much quicker Zydrad was than him, and how much quicker Zydrad is than the 2 cars ahead of him, and...
Exactly.
Just tone himself along. Good strat.
He's going to lose it this lap. He should
But
lose
he's
the DRS
very,
this
very
lap.
close to the DRS. Yeah. This is the only real battle at the moment, you have to say. Just
It's all losing a lot on traction there, so he's way out of the DRS now. I drive on a mission.
The field is pretty spread
and
otherwise.
B-Dunk is as well. I mean, could he potentially catch Freeman?
Off the cards.
Maybe. Yeah, oh, B-Dunk makes a little mistake in the S's. And that has allowed Jam to get within his DRS still. So this helps out Williams as a pair. If B-Dunk can kind of keep Jam within his... If Jam can kind of keep B-Dunk within his DRS, then... This will help both of them defend from Zydrad, who might be able to catch before the end of the race. It's going to be tough, but... Be an absolute sterling drive from the Mercedes driver if he gets a podium from here.
I'm confused with Dunk's ERS deployment.
The lack of it.
No, not the lack of deployment, the opposite. I mean,
No. I mean the lack of the lack of ERS left. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, every straight he's just
Yeah.
hitting it.
Some drivers have a different approach with the ERS. As his
exactly.
yellow flag is set to 2.
Oh, it's Freeman
Is that
spun!
Freeman that's lost it? He spun and he's lost his wing.
Oh, is he going to block?
Disaster from the Mercedes. Zydrad does get through and does
Freeman,
race
that
order
is
as well.
Heartbreak.
And he's lost so much time. He's
To
having to let
everyone
Merckx go
through.
as well. He's back on the racing line.
Ooh.
Hoop and Crispy do amazingly to avoid him.
That is unfortunate for Freeman. I mean, he's done the best he can there,
And his
sideways.
teammate. But that moves B-Dunk and Jam both up into the podium
Freeman's
places.
lost part of his wing now as well.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
probably a
But he
point
should
gone
let
for
his
him.
teammate through straight away.
Well, as you were saying, can be done at P2. But there we go.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
Through pure skill of
But
just
Jam's
going.
overtaking him. Jam suddenly found some more pace and gets past B-Dunk.
I'm still P2 and thought I won that.
I wonder whether these Williams drivers are going to be kind of towing each other along a little bit. Whether Jam's just found a bit
Nah,
more
we want to see
confidence.
no team orders. I want to see some scrapping going on.
Jam needs the points. They both do, actually.
It's good to see Ham out on the lead. I don't want to jinx him, but he's been pretty, well, massively unlucky this season, so... See him out first.
And is nearly getting far enough ahead of his brother for a safety pit stop to nick the fastest lap as well.
Exactly.
As it stands, that would put him much higher in the championship. Probably 4th.
Also to mention, considering Zydrad's circumstances this race, being P4 hunting down P3, worries he's had as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the sense that if he'd have got through cleanly, he would at least be in P2 now. Maybe,
Yeah, exactly.
maybe hunting down Ham. But Ham, given his quali pace, you're sure he's got more time in the tank. Freeman comes out P12, but he's going to be on fresh softs.
Well, be able to take away the fastest lap at least.
Yep. And will he be able to get points? Points after all. Well, it's probably only going to be a point from mid-Z. I
16
think that's about
seconds.
14 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. As no, I don't think the gap's going to be... Yes. I mean, Zydrad's closing in by a second a lap, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it won't be enough, I don't think. That's a penalty, but it was still pretty good from where it was. Just confused.
As let's just get up the Let's just get up the position changes.
I wonder why Mitty got on those hearts.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh,
Oh,
VSC.
VSC. No.
Close.
That could have made
Oh.
it interesting. That could have made it very interesting.
But where is Para on track?
He's just
Oh,
out of castle.
Oh, Southern's has lost his wing.
Go on, Ham. Get a drive-through to make it interesting for them.
They'll come out first.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
If anyone's going to get a drive through.
Does anyone get a drive-through?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
We had a few earlier.
You don't get a drive through.
I think it was...
Ah,
Nope. Nobody does. As how well has Zydrad timed this VSC restart as well is another question.
pretty well.
It's gained some time, yeah. Half a second.
It's not going to be enough.
That's the hand pit with the fastest time.
Yep.
Be nice.
Not the safety. He would come out 2 seconds ahead of. Not worth it. It isn't worth it.
It's one of those things where you think if he makes a mistake, if he
A win's a
Not
win.
worth it at all.
misjudges his pit entry, he
Although
wants to bring it home, he's so comfortable.
25 it isn't 26, so
True. I mean, thank you for stating the obvious.
I mean, if Kevin knew what was up, he would slightly hold up Redux potentially, but I'm joking, I'm
Yeah,
joking, I'm joking.
Be a bit sneaky.
There's a
though.
Mercedes that you're
Yes.
talking about.
And if Southerner is on the books of Mercedes here, then he would also do some shenanigans.
Late
Just
braking.
misses braking zone.
Really take that curve that's coming up.
Yeah, down the ends.
As B-Dunk's made a couple of mistakes actually.
Yeah, I
So
was watching actually.
maybe feeling the pressure here.
There's 2 laps left, isn't there?
Should probably just let Southerner go, and
Yeah.
does.
Those tires were
But
so
that is
go
going
off
to lose
it.
him a lot of
He's
time
going
to
to get a
Zydrad.
DRS. That was smart. Section zone there.
Start talking about drivers
He's
there.
feeling pressure then.
As there is a battle, Nicky on Kevin. Here we go, and they're just behind. They're just behind Ham. They're just
Oh, it's
behind
Kevin,
Ham.
it's
Nicky's
good.
tapped Kevin into the braking zone. Could fight this for P14. Nicky's on the much fresher tyres than Kevin.
Southerners go. He's got DRS twice there from Southerners.
Nicky wiggles the wheel again. I know he has the stream up, so he'll be able to hear us. Kevin makes a little mistake. Oars Freeman just got past Rando. Quite a simple DRS pass. As Rando's low on fuel, interestingly. Freeman sets the fastest lap of the race. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. Is that race roller?
Not sure.
It is, he doesn't got any damage though. Yellow flag in sector 1/2. Is that Hoop?
No.
It is, but he doesn't have any damage. As we are back on board, another yellow flag.
Everyone's teasing us here.
Back.
Back on board with Nicky. He does get past Ghost. No, he does get past Kevin, sorry. Nicky, exit of turn 2, a little weave, if you can hear us. But yeah, that entire section's a little yellow flags. Oh,
Spence was killing me.
poor from Nicky.
Zydrad's only 3 seconds off be done.
He fell off a bit like that.
Yeah,
It's
there's
gonna-
2 laps left though.
Much rather than us obviously a penalty or anything, but I think our top 3's already.
Well, you said it now.
On a lock.
I don't know.
The main battle's really the battle for P7 between Hoop and Crispy. And can we have our driver of the day, please?
Someone is pushing young almost. That's probably not going to be doing any favours.
As Crispy, does he make a move on Hoop? He thinks about it. Does makes a slight tap to the Ferrari driver, but no damage done. As Ham's entering the final lap. Nicky is behind him on...
Oh, Zydrad's lost it.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh, and Kevin and Smoke crashed, and Zydrad's got a
He's reversing through.
time penalty, and he's got no wing. And could this cause a bit of chaos behind? Might have done, I don't know.
That is.
This will promote Race Roller up into P4
Yeah,
though.
it's kind of right, a few people that
He's got to
penalty.
navigate both Mercedes in the braking zone. Kevin does get a bit in the way.
Ooh. Great reaction from Race Roller.
Indeed, oof.
He's getting a faster start. Go on, lad.
Zydrad is going to be very, very slow here. Race Roller's cautious. And sensible.
Yeah, Mercedes luck
Zydrad's going to lose so much time here.
this weekend.
Yeah, not entirely sure what happened, but
Zydrad's
Zydrad's staying out. He's got no wing.
He only got
He's
one
got
lap.
literally no wing. But yes, just for one lap, he's
God, he should have
thinking it's
P9
probably
here.
better than Pitter.
Yeah, it will P9. Oh,
Was Hoops hit him. And Crispy's making a move. They're going to be battling here. Hoops has got damage.
Ooh.
Cuts out very nicely in front as Zydad then goes deep.
Ah. Yeah, who get damage from that?
Yeah, he's
Yes,
lost
he
the
did,
end
yes.
plate. Right in play.
Crispy could be looking at some extra points still.
Probably would have received a technical flag if they existed on this game.
Yeah, this Crispy's going to go down the inside of who defends it.
Oh, yep. Just got on board with them. Crispy cuts the corner a bit to get past Hoop, but looked fair enough. As up ahead, there's another yellow flag.
We're getting lots of...
As I've just completely missed it, and
I'm gonna say
Ham's won.
has just crossed the
Ham's
line.
crossed the line. He's just crossed the line. We just completely missed it. Sorry, Ham.
Incredible race.
Redemption for Ham. Redemption. Finally, some luck. He takes the victory. Absolutely commanding drive, commanding quality, commanding race. As Jam comes home in P2.
Freeman,
from P11 takes the podium.
Freeman could get points
As
there.
Race Roller and Merckx are quite close. It's going to be a drag race up to the line between the two drivers. I think Merckx is going to nick it here.
Oh, he is.
He has.
Unbelievable.
Merckx up into P4.
What a race from
Great drive
Merckx.
from Merckx. Same with Crispy and Hoop. Crispy gets P6. As Zydad is going to come across the line.
Gonna get P9.
In
Got 5% penalty.
Yeah, we'll get a 5 second.
Yep.
Still points though.
As Freeman now has DRS on his teammate.
Oh,
Who's going to get this?
oh. Oh, Freeman gets it.
Freeman!
Freeman gets it.
What a
Just-
finish.
Joe Colt is fuming.
But that's that. So can we have... So yeah, they've given it to Ham, and yeah, very little argument about that, it must be said. Absolutely
Qualifying
exceptional
alone.
drive.
Let alone that incredible race.
Rando celebrating P12 to P12. It's absolutely phenomenal drive. I mean, it's equal to P1 to P1, really, you have to say. Pretty much exactly the same kind of drive as Ham, you know. But that is the top 10. Ham, Jam, B-Dunk, Merckx, Roller, Crispy, Hoop, Midzi, Zydrad, and Freeman. With Ham just a class apart, really. as those gaps are absolutely crazy on the top 10. And Beast got the fastest lap. So can we please get our podium finishers in the party? As we've got to decide between us how we want to do with the podium finishers. Who's taking what driver?
No mind.
Rocker Mad, I guess you can take Ham.
Oh, okay.
Seeing as he is your Renault teammate.
Yeah.
Seeing as he is a Renault teammate. I guess I'll take B-Dunk and you take Jam?
Yeah, sure thing.
Sounds good. One for each of us. So B-Dunk is in. The other should hopefully join shortly.
There's Jam.
Bit of a slow burner that one, but it did kind of explode near the end of the race.
I don't remember anything that happened.
Siderad's wing damage is the key thing.
Yeah, that was a repeat offense, not offense. Very unlucky for him.
Yeah, very unlucky.
Right,
But Ham is back on top. It's the key message.
Very elated in the Renault chat. Like to see.
Yes, you do love to hear that.
And his
there we go.
Ham is in the party.
Number winning 4-1.
So if you can make sure you all tick your boxes. And we'll start off with our P3 driver, which is B-Dunk. Well, starting P11, I bet you couldn't have expected to get anywhere near the podium, but you've managed to do it. Great podium, second of the season. How do you feel?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that after Poli. I know I could have gone faster and gone Q3, but I ended up stuffing into a barrier turn 1. So my mind was just in the race, just avoid the carnage and you should be fine. Just like I did last season. So, and it took me up to a P3. So I'll take it. So GG to my fellow podium finishers. That was fun.
Yep, great try from you. You kind of just going under the radar a bit, and then all of a sudden when it dried up, you just shot up. So of course you kind of had the interesting battle with your teammate as well. Were there any team orders at all? Were you just kind of just trying to train each other along, or what was the thinking behind that between the two of you?
I mean, we weren't really communicating at all. I was in a party of hoop actually, but I mean, the thing I had in my mind was just try to work with each other. But my car was so sweaty come the end of the race, so I had to back off. And plus, I had Zydrad charging behind me, but I don't know what happened to him. So.
And yes, back on the podium. You correct in saying that you also got a podium in Baku last season as well?
That's correct. And
obviously a strong track for you.
Yeah. And the ironic thing is I finished behind Jam Ham, who finished second last season as well. So back where we were last season, around here.
Yep. Good to see you back on the.
Yep.
Good to see you back on the podium again. And now
Cheers.
over to Bunny, who will take the P2 driver of Jam Ham.
Deja vu from last week, mate. Congrats on another P2 back-to-back. Same for Monaco. A great drive from yourself. If you want to take us through your race, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that one again. Quite similar to last week in the sense that the guy on the lead was just untouchable again. But no, obviously getting points again in the championship, and Yeah, quality I was happy with. Car was really slidey, so I was pretty happy to do the lap that I did. And then, yeah, no pace in the wet really compared to people using ABS. So, yeah, I think I did the best I could and then messed with the strategy a bit, but thankfully I had a nice enough gap to get away with it. And then, yeah, just more the same, really slidey car, so it took a little while to get used to that, but then when I did, the pace felt good towards the end. But yeah, really happy and really happy for the team as well. Double podium for the first time this season, so it's a really good result. And I mean, yeah, Harry was absolutely dominant. No one was getting anywhere near him, so he thoroughly deserved that. And yeah, I think I've got the championship lead now as well. So on the whole, a pretty good weekend, but once again, just not quite enough to get the win.
And I'm still a great driver, and yeah, you're correct. You do take the championship lead now, and also I'll admit, when you did your strategy, I did say, "What on earth are you doing?" Yeah, the way too wet, but luckily for you, you stayed ahead of Freeman, whose pace looked unreal as well. So unfortunate for his incident, but played into your hands nicely as well as B-Dunk, and like yeah, you guys are just helping each other towards the end, sort of DRS thing. But yeah, like you said, Ham was on another level today. I mean, 4/10 quality is just next level. So yeah, I'll pass over to Rockamad who can take us to our race winner.
Yeah, well, very happy with the Renault gang. Ham, that was just an incredible qualifying, and the race P1 to P1. I don't think there was ever a doubt in it. How did you feel about it?
Yeah, cheers, man. Feels good to be honest, because it's been tough the last few weeks. Not getting the results I particularly wanted for one reason or another. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Baku's always been a pretty decent track for me in terms of pace, but the castle section I don't seem to get along terribly well. So I was just taking it lap by lap, to be honest. I just saw it as if you can get through the castle every lap, then you'll be alright. I mean, kind of, hopefully this will spur me on, because in all honesty, I've kind of lost a bit of motivation the last few weeks. I didn't even start practicing for tonight until literally like 5 o'clock this evening, and that's not me trying to brag, that's just me being completely honest. I have no idea where it came from, really. Admittedly, yes, I did have ABS on, but I wasn't going to finish a lap otherwise, nor was I expecting to be that quick with it. It was more just an attempt to actually be able to try and finish the race. Yeah, I have no idea, to be honest. Quality was brilliant. I knew my pace was going to be alright, but I mean, if you compare it to what I managed in Q2, it was another world, wasn't it? And then yeah, the race was just perfect. Got a good start. Freeman was keeping up relatively closely at first, and then the gap just seems to build and build. I think he might have gotten a bit of damage. But yeah, I mean, I was just praying for the last 10-15 laps to not have a safety car, because I think that would have been the only thing that really would have spoiled my afternoon. But yeah, I mean, I'm really pleased, and hopefully I can kick on from this at my favourite track next week.
Yeah, we hope so. And puts you up to 4th, I believe, in the constructors. And again, more great points Brenner this weekend. So heats things up against Mercedes, which is what we all like to see.
Yeah, nice one. And just like to say well done to James and Beelan as well for the podium. It's great drives from them.
That's all.
Yes, and that's all we got time for. Season 5 Elite Championship winner Ham Jam. Finally, it's an age, especially by his standards, since he's last been on the top. Back on top, back winning once again. Thank you all for watching. On to Canada next week.
More walls.
Nice walls. Nice walls.
Bring them on.